What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Blue Jays Today. In this one, folks, we got some good news and we got some bad news. Guys, I have always been the type of individual that likes to rip the Band-Aid off, so let's go straight into the bad news. Danny Jansen, Dirty Hands Dan, as we like to call him here on Blue Jays Today, having an absolutely kick-ass season, and now headed to the IL. In last night's game versus the Rockies, Danny ended up being diagnosed with a fractured finger, and considering he is a catcher, he kind of needs that to continue, so we're going to be without Danny Jansen for a little while. On the year, Danny was absolutely raking, folks. I mean, the batting average, yes, it was a little low, but the pop, guys, the power, the juice. This guy had 17 home runs on the season. That is a career high for him. His OPS plus was 114, and that is among the best on the Toronto Blue Jays. And maybe most importantly, Danny was absolutely clutch. With runners in scoring position, this guy was batting .253, which, I mean, is still not incredible by any stretch of the imagination, but on the 2023 Toronto Blue Jays, we will take that. So obviously, losing Danny Jansen to a fractured finger, that is a massive blow for these Toronto Blue Jays, and it just comes at like the worst possible time. We still got Bo Bichette on the IL right now. He is recovering. Matt Chapman, he is still on the IL, and now you're sending Danny Jansen over there as well. That is 3 starting players on the Toronto Blue Jays that are just not on the team right now. So when you're looking at this lineup in a few days and you're wondering, like, who the heck are these dudes? That's the reason why. Now, a minor bright spot here is that Alejandro Kirk, the freaking captain, he is starting to turn it around right now, folks. The last 2 weeks, he has been damn good at baseball. We saw it last night. He came in for Danny Jansen in a key moment, had a big hack, took the lead for the Blue Jays, and Colorado Rockies, they were never able to get it back. So we're definitely going to be seeing a lot more of Kirk in the lineup moving forward. You are also probably going to be seeing some of Tyler Heineman. He was called up in a reactionary move for that Danny Jansen IL stint. That's Tyler Heineman's role, right? You know, he comes up when he's needed, when somebody gets hurt. He does his job. He's not horrible. He's definitely not great, but he will do his role. He's not going to be Danny Jansen levels, but at the very least, you know, he's not like a total hole in the lineup. So that's the bad news, right? And that is definitely a blow, losing another starter in the lineup in this critical stretch. Let's take a look now, though, at the good news.
Whoa, time for your daily BetW breather. A quick reminder that the best place to bet is on BetWay. Must be 19 years of age or older to play. In collaboration with iGaming Ontario, please bet responsibly. Now, back to the content.
This is a graph of the MLB postseason odds by Fangraphs, and the Blue Jays, we are back, baby. We are back over 50%. Things were getting dim. They were getting dark. We were getting into Depresso land a few days ago, being 3.5 games back. But now, everybody, it is 1.5 games, and Toronto Blue Jays back over that 50% mark. Mwah, you love to see it. Toronto Blue Jays had a perfect scenario happen last night, folks. Obviously, you get the big win over the Colorado Rockies, but then you get Texas losing. You get Houston losing. You get Seattle losing. This is what I want to see more of moving forward, everybody. No more 9-1 last 10 stretches for Seattle and the Astros. No, thank you, folks. You guys have got to start taking some L's. And being 1.5 games back at this point of the season, I mean, it's not bad, folks. Like, obviously, you'd prefer to be in a playoff spot right now, but the Toronto Blue Jays, they got 8 games in a row left against just bottom feeder teams, right? We're talking Royals, we're talking Athletics, we're talking 2 more games against the Rockies. So the Toronto Blue Jays, they have the potential to go on a freaking run right now. And all of that is leading us to what is probably the most crucial, critical series of this entire Toronto Blue Jays season from September 11th to September 14th. Honestly, Blue Jays fans, just block it off in your calendar. Nobody call me. Take some personal days from work, folks, because the stress levels, they're gonna be high during that freaking time frame. Those dates represent a 4-game series against the Texas Rangers. And honestly, guys, it is not an exaggeration to say that that series, that 4-game series, probably the entire season. If the Blue Jays can go on a bit of a run right now, you know, you have that 8-game stretch, you do really well in it, maybe you work yourself to be half a game back of the Texas Rangers walking into that series. Well, okay, you go in, you take 3 out of 4, boom, wild card spot. Now it is in the Toronto Blue Jays' hands, and you control your own destiny for the remainder of the season. Granted, on the flip side of things, if you walk into that series and you just get absolutely smoked, like, God forbid we get swept by the Texas Rangers, then pack it in, everybody. That's probably the year. We will see you next season. Ultimately, everybody, the Jays are in a pretty decent spot right now considering their opponents moving forward. It is going to be that much harder to continue without Danny Jansen, but I'm having faith, guys. I'm starting to buy back in on this team, folks, and I truly believe that the Toronto Blue Jays, they're capable of this. But guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, go Jays, go.